talk to you about how to plan a wedding, just the 3 basic steps to the 3 basic events. A goal without a plan is just a wish. You have to have a plan in order to get anything done. I know that for most cultures, weddings are important, weddings are a part of religion, and so they look forward to, but a lot of people don't think about it until that time actually comes. Alright, so in my experiences, I'm only 18, I haven't gotten married, but throughout high school I gained experience in, as a vice president of my class, planning proms, pep rallies, graduation ceremonies, and then graduation celebrations, which included learning about time management, budgeting, and just the overall accommodation of how many guests are going to attend at each event. The history of weddings began. Now that I've talked about my history and how I learned what I learned, I'm pretty sure you're wondering how it's relevant to you. According to yourtango.com, most people get married at the age of 27 around the world, but for Americans, the age is 23 for women and 26 for men. I am 18 and I know that there's a couple 22-year-olds in here, so you should probably Okay, the history of weddings date back to ancient times. Over the years, marriage has increased, but the rate of marriages has actually declined, if that makes sense. Bachelor parties and wedding showers don't date back as far. They're more of recent traditions, although they did have origins back in the past. And then receptions began in dance halls in the early 1900s. So the sequence of events begins with wedding showers and your bachelorette parties. They're optional, which I'll get to later. The wedding ceremony itself, which is the main event. And the third event is the wedding reception. Once again, these are my experiences. And then at weddings, I've had experiences as a flower girl, a music controller, not a DJ, but just I coordinated the procession order, and then as a guest several times. Things to keep in mind throughout my presentation are your time, location, budget, weather, and number of guests all factor into everything that you do. You have to keep that in mind for each part of the process. I talked about the age, and I talked about when most people get married, but I didn't talk about how you can play into that. Even though you're not getting married, your friends, your teammates, coaches, coworkers can ask you to be a bridesmaid, your siblings can just ask you to be a part of the event. And most likely, if you know these people, they'll ask you for help either with planning or financially. According to Time Magazine, 68% of people do their weddings without hiring someone. And then there's 13 to 18 months of planning involved. So now that I've talked about the history and the background, now it's time to get to the 3 basic steps of the wedding. First, you have your pre-wedding activities. You have either a bachelorette party and bachelor party, or you have a wedding shower. Wedding showers are typically 3 months before the wedding. They're usually more formal and include your family and your friends. The venue is usually in a house. It's smaller and it's a lot more intimate. For a bachelorette or bachelor party, the time restraint is usually typically 1 month to 2 weeks before. Oftentimes they don't happen because of the time constraints. It's the last priority. Usually the groomsmen and the bridesmaids are the only people to attend the bachelor or bachelorette parties. And the venue is usually big, fun, entertaining. Okay, showers are typically girly, and this is the reason why I say that they're optional. Showers are typically considered girly because according to Time Magazine, up until the 1960s when the women's feminist movement began, that's all women were allowed to have. Many couples choose not to have the bachelorette party because of the time constraint reasons, but some still choose to have both. During the wedding ceremony, you have to think about the venue. You need to book it in advance. According to the knot.com, which is a wedding website, 70% of people choose to get married in a church. You need to think about the seating arrangements. Is it going to be just anybody sits wherever, or bride's family on this side and then groom's family on this side? Popular times are Saturdays during the months of June and September, and then they're usually at midday. So therefore, if you're going to book a wedding in a church, you need to have everything together before the 13 to 18 months pass. This is the order of the wedding ceremony. It starts with procession, which is the walking in of everyone, opening remarks that the priest gives, the mentioning of the exchanged vows, the ring exchange, the pronouncement of the marriage, the kiss that seals the marriage, closing remarks, and then the recessional, which is when everyone walks out. Now that we've talked about the first two events to the wedding, the last part of a wedding is the reception. The wedding receptions are supposed to be fun, stress-free environments. It's a time when the bride and groom thank their guests for coming. Note that it's important if you have a location wedding, the reception is the most important part because it takes the place of the guests not being able to attend. When planning this, keep in mind the age of your guests, the typical allergens as far as food goes, the culture of the guests for food purposes, and then driving distances of the guests. According to the Knot.com, most receptions take 4 hours, but if you have a Sunday wedding, you might not be able to have it as long due to people needing to get to work the next day. Alcohol is not permitted in some venues, and so that's another thing to keep in mind. To conclude my presentation, preparedness is the only way we can combat a natural disaster. Therefore, even though a bride and a groom don't always know what they're getting into, they don't think about the kids and the mortgage and all of that, well, at least they'll be prepared for the wedding. Thank you.